Welcome to the Morning Blessings. I am Tessa-Marie. It is Friday, January 24th, 2025. Wow. And it is minus 11 in Toronto at the moment. And it is not as cold as last week, but still cold. Anyway, as you know, this is the Morning Blessing. It comes to you with joy, some ideas, a little tease, a little question mark, something to make you realize, okay, maybe I should look at life this way. Hello, NG Prayer. How are you, my nephew? How are you guys doing this morning? It is 7:59. You guys are early. Amazing. So it is that time of the day. You know, it's minus 11. It's okay. Celsius, right? So the show is ready to go. Angie Prayer. Welcome to the Morning Blessings. Today, we have one word message. Our blessings today. Hi, Nancy. I missed you. How is the weather in Wisconsin? Good morning. How are you feeling today? Did you notice something? I said to Nancy, because I wrote about it yesterday, so I have to bring it up right now. How is the weather in Wisconsin? I said, and then I told her, how are you feeling today? So remember, it's how somebody is feeling that matters. It's never how they're doing. How is the weather? What is doing? The weather is doing. And we feel and we respond to feelings. So remember that. Little tip for the 8 o'clock crew. Congratulations. You got a little nugget this morning. If you have a nugget and you dig into it, wow, you can find miracles. Good morning, Colin. How are you feeling this morning? It is awareness that is important. Yesterday, we spoke about the key to success. And that really woke up a little bit in people. They were quite pleased. They were happy. There were people who were quite, I never thought, one lady said, as awareness being a key to success. Not awareness, sorry. A key to success is gratitude. They couldn't get that. But they did at the end, and that is important too. And gratitude comes in 3 phases, as we know. So let us look at awareness. Wow. It is in awareness that memory becomes stronger. And okay, they're going to say, you're cuckoo again. You've gone overboard this time. It is in awareness that memory becomes stronger. Good morning. Sorry I missed you. I had appointments. I'm thrilled to be here. How are you? I am feeling amazing. I'm traveling in 3 hours. Well, no, I'm leaving the house in 3 hours, and I'm traveling at 2. I'm going to PA to the baby shower. So I'm already dressed to travel, just my coat and a scarf, and I'm ready to go. Hello. Oh, hi, Lady Lexi. A vision and a voice from the past. Welcome to the Morning Blessings. I see you off and on doing your thing, and always thrilled to see you. So, it is an amazing morning. Awareness is our topic. So, let's get this thing going. Hello, Rosalind. How are you feeling today? Awareness. It is in awareness that memory becomes stronger. So, why is that so important? When we are aware, we are doing the things that we must do in the moment, and it becomes, right, a memory. So how do you want to build that memory? So when we are aware of what we're doing in the moment, that becomes a memory. The more aware we are of the moment, the stronger the memory, the more satisfying the memory, the more, hi Angelina, good morning. How are you feeling this morning? I am coming to PA for 3 days for a baby shower. So when you are sitting in awareness and you are there being in awareness, awareness is a moment in time. It is the now. Awareness is not 5 hours from now. Awareness is now. And it's only when we are aware that we know what's going on and we begin to form memories. And the more aware we are of where we are and what's going on in that moment, that fleeting moment, the stronger the memory. Thanks to hear that. Lovely to hear that. Angelina, when we have awareness, things that happen outside of us seems to walk away. And because you see, we are aware they're distant. I was reading a little bit in a book yesterday, and they said we lose that thing at between this age of 7 and 8. It is so true. Because that is the age, they say, the age of reason at the age of 7. Before that, we are, good morning, my dear sister. Good morning, Arita. Before that, we are actually enjoying being in the moment and being aware. But as soon as we hit that magical age of 7, between 7 and 8, we lose awareness and we begin to look at things and reason. Why? Instead of accepting how it is happening outside of us. The thing is, when we start reasoning, we allow the stuff happening there to come in what we are experiencing here. And that is what chokes us, and that is what keeps us and could cause us to spiral right into something we shouldn't be in. But when we are aware, we create memories. Now, those memories can be strong. I am not saying that each of these memories are good memories. If you are being assaulted and in the moment you are aware, I am being under attack. It could be in words. It could be in an action. But you are being attacked. We are being attacked in the moment. I am aware. How do I choose to accept what is happening? Treasure Planets, good morning. How are you feeling today? Welcome to the Morning Blessings. How can I react in this moment that I am under siege? That somebody is assaulting me, words or deeds? A woman once said to me years and years ago, a physical abuse, she said, I have had both. And the one that is holding me back is the words that I heard from somebody who was abusing me with words. She said, for some reason, the physical abuse did not last as long, and I'm still carrying that verbal abuse with me. And then because she said that, I remembered that some people always have said they do not remember the pain of childbirth. And they would say, I had 36 hours of labor and all of that. But if you ask them to measure the pain from 1 to 10, they really have to think about it. But if you ask someone to repeat what that person said to them, they would remember it. The awareness, it makes a bigger thing. That's what she said. And I realized that. The words last longer. It makes you feel different. Somebody, let's say you're 17, 18, and somebody criticizes how you look. It could be a sibling. It could be, a friend that tells you, oh my goodness, you're just not ready for the world, are you? You'll never forget that. If that person shove you, you'll just walk away. It was funny though. Yesterday, Jillian and I went to the drugstore, and a man, brushed her, and she looked back and he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And and then I saw the features and I said, Jillian, he did not brush you purposely. She didn't think so, but I just wanted to make her realize, because I noticed when I was in India, because of the amount of people, they're brushing each other. And the same thing in China, they touch each other because of the amount of people. But when she looked at him, he said, "I'm sorry." So that was an awareness for me to realize, yeah, I experienced that over there. And I'm telling her that. And she said, "I know he didn't mean it." But it was, for me, I realized, because she didn't say, she just looked back. And he said, I'm sorry. But in the moment, she was aware and he was aware. So his eyes was on her. When I looked at him, his eyes. So he realized it and he apologized. Awareness. That stayed with her. That will stay with her. But will it, hello, Yuko, good morning, how are you feeling today? But would it be as strong as if he did not look her in the eye and apologize? That would last longer. She would continue talking all the way to the car. That this man, you see, he just looked at me, didn't see me, right? So that is why awareness is up to us to realize which one of them. I am not so saying you have to ignore the hard one, the bitter one, the one that makes you're feeling great, that's wonderful, you go. The one that makes you ache. I am not saying you have to ignore it. I'm not saying that. I am just telling you awareness is the moment in time. And when it happens in that moment, it creates a memory, a very strong memory, if you are aware that it is happening in the moment. The thing though, is that many of us are not aware of the moment in time. It's not the big, long, exciting part of the movie you remember. You remember something. What clicked you. That is why you will hear people say, awareness for a family of 10, 8, 7, 6, each person attending the same situation will have different awareness. It could have happened to that person. That awareness over there was happening and you remembered it. And all the other sibling will remember is how you looked when it was done. But you remember the pain. So the stories will be different because of the awareness of each of us in the moment. And that is why it is important that when we speak, we use impeccable and exquisite words to speak about ourselves and others. I'm not saying that everybody you encounter, you're going to speak exquisitely about them or you're going to use impeccable words. But when you receive knowledge, when you get wisdom, you have to realize that what you say becomes your life in the future. Because you see, our opinion does not affect anybody else. That opinion of somebody has nothing to do with them. It's formed and maintained and thought of in a moment that we didn't realize we could use to better our own life. I know that was a lot to swallow. Hi Lisa, good morning. When we spew something out, the words will last forever. We seem to carry the heavy one longer. How the person made you feel in the moment, you will always remember, good or bad. It's the feeling it did inside of you. So when we take the time to form an opinion about someone, we have to be aware that in forming this opinion, it does not affect that person because it was your opinion. It's going to be your history. It's going to be your future. It's going to be your moment of awareness. The thing is, we don't remember we said it about somebody and today we are living it and we do not understand that all the time because that person that does that is never, ever in the moment of awareness. Good morning, Julie. When you are in the moment of awareness, right? In that moment that you are aware what you are saying and what you're doing is going to hurt somebody. How did you make that person feel? How can you take that feeling away from me? That when you told me I was not good enough, I failed, I didn't come up to your standards, I need to go sit in the corner because I'm dunce. Can you remember the teacher that told you you weren't smart? Or the parent that told you you're too short and you will never make it as a model, as a this and as a that, right? You remember that. Can you remember those of us that got our knuckles whacked by the nuns or the school teacher or the belt or by the dad? Can you remember how it felt? No, you don't. You remember it coming. You remember when it happened. But the feeling has left. The awareness is when the words stay and you allow that person's opinion of you to affect you internally. That's when you're doing nonsense with yourself. That's when you have given them the key to your soul. When you have given them the key to your heart, you realize what they said and you keep reliving it when it doesn't really belong to you. If you wait long enough, you will notice that they are having the experiences they were wishing for you to endure, that they are now living it. That is why they tell you in scripture, if you're going to dig a hole for someone, just dig two. You're digging a hole anyway for yourself, and you're thinking you're digging it for somebody. But if you believe you're going to put them in there and you're going to stand on the edge and look at them, hey, you have to have another hole because you're going down that valley. You created it, you have it, you were the last one, the first one to hear it, and the last one to hear it. So guess what? It belongs to you. Good morning, Cousin Ezra. How are you feeling this morning? Not as cold as last week. So, awareness puts you in the moment to take it with you. So, I'll give you a little bit of practical awareness that I do not get. Somebody comes to me, it's always about finance. It's fine, my money is not doing, I have no money, I can't, you know financial stuff, right? So, when in the days when you saw people in person, I would have books around this size and a pen, always a blue ink pen. I give it to them. I say, okay, go home and put your name in this book and the front cover, the time of day and the date, and write down 5 things you want to accomplish in your life. That's what you want. 5 things you desire. And come back. Hi, Jean. Good morning. How are you feeling this morning? It's a lot warmer. And 2 weeks later, they do come. Some have written what they figure they want. Some tell me, I didn't have time. And I couldn't really think of what to write. I said, 5 things you desire? Were you aware of the words I was using in the moment when I told you that? Hey guys, I forgot to tell you the secret. I had written it down in the cover of the book. Right, when you open the book, right there, first page, I wrote down, write down 5 things you desire to have in your life. No awareness was there. The other person got it. But the list of awareness is really strange. I do not want to be like my parents. I do not want to be poor. I do not want to work for anybody. I do not want to drive an old car. I do not want to be sick. I do not want to not have money. Okay. Did you hear that? The English language, man, that language is so flipping, confusing. It is so challenging. It is, For some reason, don't and want are opposites. So we get into the habit of using them. I told you my father gave me the Oxford Dictionary when I was about 10 and said, if you can find the word cannot in it, then you can use it. If you cannot find the word cannot as one word, you cannot use it. Well, lo and behold, it was there. And when I tried it with my son, well, it was there as a word you can use. In my case, it was not there as cannot. It was can was in C, not was in N. But by the time Michael became a person, they had made it a word. Confusing? Yes. I told you what it is you desire or want to have in your life. And you're listening to me 5 things you do not want. Why? Because you weren't aware. You didn't hear the words in the moment. You didn't, even when you read it, you were so consumed with the memory that was not good, of the awareness as a child, growing up in a house that didn't have everything that you should have. So you remember that. And that is what you're based in your present moment in. That's why awareness slips by. And you hear people saying, no, I wasn't aware of that. You weren't aware. You were, no. It's like awareness became a new word. I really wasn't aware. Yes, you are. It's the moment of time that is passing you by, waiting for you to get there. It's not going to do that. We have one non-renewable resource. 1,440 minutes makes a day. And that's what we have. And we cannot get it back. It is not like your PTO that if you didn't use all of your vacation, you can add it to next year's vacation. Even that they're cutting out in some companies, so get over that. Time is a non-renewable resource. That is why we need to be aware in the moments of time. That is why we need to focus on being in the moment and absorbing what is happening and keeping it away from the internal you and be aware of the you. One person said to me, horrible childhood. It became a family joke. Don't get too comfortable. We're moving tonight because they can't pay the rent. That he took a pen and he would carve into his thigh the day he was going to be 18 when he could go on his own. Awareness. Awareness. He had to do that. So he was aware of what was happening. But you know what that did for that human being? He became a mover and a shaker. And he decided that he was going to do better than that. I'm telling you, once he said to me, what I decided that day, I will never bring it up again. And I never made that becomes my projector to a good life. I went in, he said, and that is sometimes when I sit, I went in and I decided and I pictured and I planned my journey. I needed to be this person at this time at my life. So I became aware of where I was and choices made. If there was going to be a bar fight, I walked away as quickly. I found a way out of it. If I felt the energy wasn't right, I took off and I ran in the opposite direction. If I met somebody and their energy and mine wasn't dancing, that's the word he used, dancing, I let it go. But their awareness is knowing when to walk away, when to run. As I have always told you guys, the songwriters always tell us a story, The Gambler. Just listen to it. Hi, Tani G, sweetie. How are you doing this morning? Welcome. How are you feeling? Think about it. The gambler, he has a choice. Count your blessings now. Hold it to the chest. Stay, walk away, or run. Never count it at the table, where all eyes can be on it. Chances are they'll take it from you. It's true though. But it's not that they take it and they use it. You have this dream, goal, and desire, and you have this friend that you've had for 2,500 years, and they love you, and you confide in each other, and you say to your friend, you know what? I'm going to do this. I have this dream to write this book, to be a podcaster, to do this, to do that, to dance, to learn, to edit videos, to retire, and to go here, and to, I have this old quilt I want to fix, and I have this thing, and they're not going to take it. You're spreading it out on the table. What do you think is going to happen to it? You spread it on the table. You know what's happening? They're not taking it away. They're killing it. There'll be one that will say, you know what? That might be challenging, but if I know you, you're disciplined, you have stick-to-itness, you will do it, you're focused, you're determined, I know you'll do it. And that might be the one voice that you need to hear. And that might be the person you do not believe was your true friend, or you didn't realize. And there might be another group that look at you and say, yeah, right. Right, you're going to do that. You know how many people are doing that? That would be a group, or maybe it's just one. But do you know, amongst the group, or just this one, was that person you were really counting on being in your corner, because you knew you would be in their corner. But you cannot expect them to be you. You have already been taken. You are unique, amazing, beautiful, and spectacular, and you were created to be a special human being. Awareness will teach you that, hey, now that I'm aware how you are, I'm not going to stay away from you. I am not doing that. But now I know I will not allow your behavior to become my behavior by treating you the same way you treat me. And if you can take that lesson with you through life, you're okay. You are more than okay. Because when somebody is telling you it's outside of you, the true 7-year-old is not dead. That 7-year-old is sitting inside of you, waiting for you to say you do not have to take that. Go back to being who you are. When you say that word, if you were me, what would you do now? Who you think you're talking to? You're talking to the 7-year-old inside of you. Yes. And if you wait, the 7-year-old will give you one answer. I will keep my mouth shut. Ignore what they say. Their opinion does not matter. They're making assumptions they don't know. They do not use the same words they used to describe you. Do not give them tit for tat. You know what? And watch a 7-year-old in action. Have you seen a 7-year-old in action? Yeah, right. They just found themselves. They're bouncing out. That's the 7-year-old. You know, Kylie was, 4? And she didn't want to go to daycare. And the neighbor is telling me the story. I didn't see it. They're on the driveway. Her mother is telling her, get in the car, you're going to daycare. She said, I'm not going to daycare. You want to go to the daycare, you go to daycare. I'm going to stay in the garden with my granny. And she left and came into the backyard. I went, what are you doing there? I'm staying here today. She sat in a chair. She's 4.5. She sat in the chair and she said, I'm staying with you in the garden today. Her mother came and said, Kylie, you have to go to daycare. No, you go to daycare, mommy. You go to daycare. So we have to understand, I didn't even realize the neighbor saw the driveway was a little bit more crazy. And she said, I sat on my porch and I'm laughing, watching her arms folded, marching to the gate. She can't even open the gate, but it was open. She shook it open, she came in. That's a 7-year-old. They do not care what you say about them. It's when we push them to be, oh, this is your friend, you have to be nice to your friend, and your friend have to be nice to you. And no, your friend doesn't have to be nice to you. And you choose if you want to be nice to the friend, or if you want to let the friend walk all over you. But as adults, oh man, we have a key to that. We just open that mouth of ours and we blab our dream, goals, and desires, and we give it to them so they can take a bite of it and spit it out and tell you it's bitter, it's not nice, you'll never make it, you cannot do that. But look for that one voice that will say, you know what, Kimberly, keep it up. You know what, Erita, do not give up. You know what, Nancy, work hard to maintain your health right until you're 5,000 years old. You know what, Yuko? Yes, you can. Dawn, find a way to enjoy your retirement. Ezra, there's always going to be the day that it will come for you. And Jean, you are amazing. You guys have to know that. Angelina, yes, you can. That is the voice you want to hear. That voice. Oh, I won't be here on Monday because I'm traveling back on Monday. So remember that, guys. That's the voice you want to hear. That one voice that will stand by you and will say to you, it might be challenging, but knowing you, I know you can. Ezra is there. She wouldn't mind me telling you that. Ezra is a young woman. She wants to get her own home. She followed a plan. And when she followed the plan, she got her first home. She got a condo. She continued working on a plan, and she had another goal. I need a house. And she got that. She was aware of the actions that were necessary to be taken to achieve these goals. And that does not mean the action comes from the words of others. It has to come from the 7-year-old that wants more. And hey, when you start going up, they're going to pull you down. There will be some that say, go, go, go. And the other one will say, Paul, look at you. You're coming up in the world, aren't you? You know those? Have you heard those? Have you heard those? Oh, you must be rich. You're retiring. No. Good morning, Ellen. How are you feeling today? It's not because you're rich, you're retiring. You're retiring because you had a plan. That 7-year-old plan to live a life, a fruitful life, a fulfilled life. That you found her again or him, and you became aware of who you were meant to be. And all you needed was that one friend, that one person that said on Instagram and YouTube somewhere, you can do it. You have a big dream, goal, and desire. Do not stop. Do not stop, Ellen. You will get the author that is a magic bestseller, and that will propel the rest. You can't stop. It's impossible to do that. Because that one person, I'll give you hope. And I want you guys to take this with you. I know we have to go. But those of you that can hang for this, you know I ask you questions. What did you get today? You said a nugget. I got a pearl. Or you got a rare Canadian diamond, pink Canadian diamond, right? Okay. So, because you got a golden nugget, and we know what the little golden nugget looks like, right? I hope this pen is going to give me what I want. It looks like that. It's really not much of anything, that little thing there. It's not, it looks craggy. And then some of you say, I got a pearl, a black pearl, a rare black pearl. And those of you that say, I got a rare pink Canadian diamond. Hey, so the nugget is the one little phrase you heard from the morning blessings. It's stuck in your craw. You can do it. Yes, you can. That's all you heard. But the nugget has holes and jagged edges, and there are things hidden in there. So actually, the nugget, it has the full answer. You go in there, you dig, you say, okay, yeah, I can do what? Oh, do this. The nugget is speaking. Then the second one is the black pearl. The black pearl. The black pearl is that idea you have. That when you think about it, your body tingles. And you know, if I work on it, if I stay consistent, if I just, whoa, that's your black pearl. If you put it on the table, they're going to tell you the pearl is not perfect. Somebody will tell you, hey, that's a beautiful, beautiful pearl. That is the one descending voice. Most voices will tell you, look at the shape. I saw a pearl, a black pearl that was a lot nicer than yours. There are so many lovely black pearls all over the world. Right? And then you have the audacity to tell me, Tessa-Marie, I got a rare pink Canadian diamond. Hey, I have news for you. That doesn't mean the ride is going to be easy because you have a rare pink Canadian diamond. Tell you what? Those of you who said that like Arita and Yuko, guess what, guys? I remember that. You guys have to work on it. A diamond is formed under pressure. So because you got that diamond, that didn't mean it was over. It just started. So those three things I offer in the morning blessing. A golden nugget with crevices and holes and whatever. That rare black pearl, that is amazing. And then you found the rare Canadian diamond. It tells you your journey is just beginning, and get ready for the ride. See you guys on Tuesday morning. Have a wonderful, absolutely amazing weekend. And I am praying and sending the heat of the summer unto you guys. And remember, today, be aware of the cold. But shut up when it's 95 degrees and you're tempted to say, oh, it's so hot. Do like me, sit outside and breathe for a moment. And when your friends or your neighbors say, what are you doing outside, Tessa-Marie? It's so hot. I'm pretending it's February the 20th, 2025 for school that day. Have a great day, guys. Let me see who's here. Hi, Kimberly and Nancy and Ellen and Ezra, Angelina, Colin, Jillian, Dawn, Lisa, Rita, Gavi, Oceans of Thought, and Angie Prayer. Angie Prayer, you stayed. You came very early and you said thank you for that. I hope and trust you got something. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Dawn. Thanks, Kimberly. That message, thanks for the message. Thanks, Rosalind. Good morning, doing well. Yes, we can. Ezra, have a wonderful day and weekend, Jenny said. Abundant rising queen. Thank you, Kimberly. Taniji, thank you. It snowed 10 inches in Louisiana, first ever, and I was stuck in Florida. In the snow too, oh, Jean, I feel sorry for you. I'm finally home in Louisiana. Been stuck in Florida, flights canceled, I can imagine. Good morning, every beautiful people, Ezra said. So we had a beautiful group this morning. Thank you, wonderful people. And again, all of you, have a great day. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.